Hi all, today I'm showing you my roast beef po' boy sandwich that I make at home. Super simple. This is all the ingredients you'll need. I listed all of them here to make life easier, the measurements. And we're going to first preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now, I'm use better than bouillon, so I'm making 4 cups of it, or you can use pre-made beef stock if you want. But this is actually more economical per cup. That's why I use it. And it tastes great. Mix thoroughly. Then I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. This gives a nice depth of flavor to the roast beef mixture that we're making. And it does cook for a long time, but the prep is pretty easy. And then you just stick it in the oven for a long time. We're going to mix well, and we're going to set to the side. And now I'm just thinly slicing a peeled onion. I use a mandolin, but you can use a knife if you want. I just don't have very good chopping skills, and I want them really thin to really melt into the sauce, or the gravy, I should say. And I peel and trim 3 garlic cloves. I'm going to set them to the side until I'm ready to mince them. Now I'm just adding a half a cup of all-purpose flour to a dish. I'm not even using the measuring cup. I've been cooking for a long time. And then I add a teaspoon of kosher salt. I just put in my hand. So now I'm going to flour all sides of the pot roast. And I want it to be thoroughly coated. Not so much that, when I shake it, a cloud comes off, but I want it to be patted in, because this is what's going to help thicken the gravy later on. We do add flour later on, but this does help as well. And now over a medium-high flame, I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to a stock pot. And then once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the pot roast to brown each side of it. Now I only added 2 tablespoons because it does give off a lot of oil, a lot of fat comes off. And then I flip the pot roast to brown the other side. And I'm going to add a pinch of kosher salt. That's optional. And now I'm going to remove it from the stock pot, and I'm going to cook the onions in the oil and the beef fat that came off of the pot roast. Just saute everything together. I'm going to coat onions and saute. Next, I'm going to mince 3 garlic cloves into the pot. I use a garlic press. You can use a knife and a cutting board. I just find this is really easy to use. And then I'm going to stir well. And next I'm adding a bay leaf. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to stir well, coating the flour on and the onions, cooking the flour taste out. This takes a moment. And now I'm adding the pot roast back into the stock pot with all of its juices that collected on the plate. And then I'm going to put the beef stock mixture into the pot roast pan, and I'm going to stir everything around. And then I'm going to put a lid on, and we're going to place it in the preheated 350-degree oven. Now this is going to cook for 6 to 8 hours, low and slow. It's going to become very tender. You can shred the beef once it's done. It's going to be so good. And this is all the ingredients you need to assemble the po' boy. It's pretty simple. I do at least 1 cup of shredded lettuce, and you could do more. I was only making 2 sandwiches, so it was just easier. And next I just measured out 8 to 10 pickle chips because it was just easier, because I like a lot of them. And I also measured out a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and I'm just bringing out the pot roast. And now I'm going to shred the pot roast into the gravy. It is so delicious. It's so delicious. This will make about 8 to 10 sandwiches. That's how much meat is there with gravy. And it just takes a moment to get everything separated. It makes a very thick gravy because it's cooking for a long time, low and slow. And now I'm just adding 1 heaping tablespoon of whole grain mustard into the mayonnaise, and I'm going to mix. This is what really elevates the sandwich. I had this at a restaurant or a little corner store in Louisiana. And you're going to slice up the tomato. And I thought that the mustard really just cut the richness, and along with the pickles, it just elevated it. It's incredible. Now I'm just slicing the French bread in half, and I'm going to toast them in the oven. I left the oven on, if I could do that. And now I just brought them out. They're toasted, and I'm going to just put a generous amount of the mustard mayo mixture, only on one side of the bread. You don't want to overdo it. And then I'm going to put a generous amount of the shredded beef and gravy mixture. And then I'm going to top with pickles. And then I'll top with tomato, and then finally I'll top with the lettuce, shredded lettuce. Now this is not a neat sandwich. It's very messy because there's gravy, and it's so good. I wish I had paper to wrap it like they do down there, but. And then I repeat the process until all the sandwiches are made. Now, I only made 2 sandwiches now at this time for our lunch. If you wanted to, you could store the beef and heat it up later on. That's what I did. And I've been making sandwiches for the past few days. It's so good. And just repeating the process. And it's so good. It's one of the most delicious sandwiches. That, and of course the shrimp po' boy. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. You make it, I guarantee you, everybody will love you. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. We're looking to grow, and if you can help us out, we'd be so grateful. Thank you. We post new videos 3 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. and on Sundays at 11 a.m. Now, if you haven't already hit the notification bell, do so, because sometimes a video goes up earlier, or sometimes we post an extra video. I've been trying to do a video every day, so thank you all for your help. And thank you all for watching. We're so very grateful to all of our new and old subscribers for supporting us and helping us grow. We are ever so grateful. Thank you all, and we'll see you soon. Be blessed.